I'm starting to think I've been here too long. Welcome to part 4 or 5 or whatever of this, my face. Here it is. We're doing it. We're doing more of this. I want to make something clear right off the bat because I'm not sure if I have made it clear yet. This whole thing, every episode so far, everything we've written, this is all one song. This is one piece of music. I know it doesn't sound all that cohesive yet because it's 3 so far very, very different sounding styles of music, but rest assured this is all one thing and I'll make sure it flows. Most of it does already. I'm getting there with it. Got a red hot tip for you. If you create a Pro Tools session with a whole bunch of instruments that's really tedious, like say an orchestra, and you know you're going to use that exact instrumentation again, get rid of all the audio clips, all the MIDI, and save it as a template. That's what I've done with my full orchestra here from the last episode, and then I can add all the gentle that I want. Okay, so I've spent some time working on the intro. I laid down the piano part, and it's sounding really, really pretty. I'm really happy with that because I don't often actually play the piano on my music because I'm not very good at it, but I actually played this today and I think it came out really well. So after I laid down the piano, I knew I wanted to start introducing the orchestra. I tried to first bring in some strings, but they were a little too harsh for what I'm going for here. Alternatively, for something with a similar texture, I gave flutes a go. They may not be the friendliest flute parts, there's certainly a lot of long drawn out phrases, which means a lot of breathing, or lack thereof, but I think they're pretty playable. I left in just enough space to get some quick little breaths going on. After cycling through the theme once with the flutes on board, I decided to bring in a mildly rhythmic aspect, and I did that through the way of a combination of oboe, clarinet, and tuba, all pulsing on quarter notes, and honestly, it's so pretty that I might cry. Okay, so I've been messing around with some flute parts in this intro bit here, and like, they sound beautiful and fluttery. My favorite thing to do with the flute is make it flutter like a butterfly. But like, after having written it, like, just take a look at this shit. Look at them. They're just like little dudes. I swear to God. They're just like hanging out in the mix, like, solid dude, what's up? And like, they sound pretty. Wow, what a bunch of just handsome boys hanging out in my arrangement. I can't believe this. Who needs to go outside and make friends when you can just make your own out of MIDI? So, a big part of making a piece feel as long as you want it to, or just longer than it is variation. Now, something that I've done with this section here to create variation is changing the harmony up just a little bit. So in this first chorusy B section thing we've got going on, we resolve at the end of each phrase down to a G, which is the 4 chord of the key, D major. Now G sounds pretty resolved in D major. You can finish a song on it, and it sounds fine, it's nice, especially with the right extensions. What I'm doing here is adding some of the more unstable extensions, like the sharp 11, so that our resolution sounds like this. It's like we're kind of at home, but something's not quite right. So we play through this theme 4 times, and when we get to the 3rd and 4th one, instead of resolving with the, unhappy extensions, I'm coming back onto just a regular nice G major chord. Well, on the very last time through, I sort of hint at some of those extensions again to create some more tension, because from here, the drop-off point that we're coming back into is the main theme again, which is back into B major, so I want things to really kind of bubble up and be tense so that that key change feels like more of a relief than it actually is. take us back to the main theme. Okay, I'm feeling kind of great right now, because I just thought of a wonderfully beautiful, effective way to finish this piece. Like I said, our destination at the end of this giant, massive orchestral section is to come back to the main theme. And I knew I wanted to do it on piano, but I sat down to have it play with it, and the right chords just flowed out the right way. It's so simple, there's nothing complicated or edgy about it, it's just the right way to end this piece of music. And sometimes that edgy, complicated way that makes you feel like you have a big dick and proves to everyone that you know music theory is just the worst way to end a piece. Right here, right now, in this moment, all I need are 3 chords. If that isn't a satisfying, humble ending to a big-ass, crazy, fucked up, stupid, ridiculous piece of music, then I don't know what is. So, part of the subject matter of this piece of music is a very important person in my life, and a very important part of that person's life was Kraken rum, which is awesome. And I drank this bottle a couple of months ago, and I've held on to it for sentimental reasons. And while I was writing this piece, and knowing what key we're going to end in, I wondered, it's a B. It's a fucking B. And I took that as a sign of fate that I meant to end the piece of music with a blow from this bottle on the final chord. So I'm going to go ahead and record that. Today's been really nice. I thought this section of the song was going to be the most stressful. I really did. I thought working with just the acoustic instruments in the orchestra was going to really fuck me over, but honestly, I'm really satisfied with what I've gotten done today. And I think this is going to be the last episode of making weird music, for a while, at least. Because what comes next is just nitty-gritty, finalizing everything, ironing out all the kinks. I'll probably do a vocal diary for when I do the vocal parts, although that's basically just going to be 10 minutes of me screaming as loud as I can. If you have a song that you would like to see me cover, and a style contrary to the original that you'd like to see me cover it in, tell me, because I just might do it. So, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to leave it there. Here's some footage of my dog.